by 37 points. And one of the problems here for the Stallions, especially since I think they're missing some more key players, their bench is no longer existent. In that game against the Valiant Kings, they were only able to get 10 bench points, and also they allowed the Valiant Kings to come away with 21 fast break points.
On the other hand, on the other side, we've got the BIÑAN. And they also suffered a loss in Pangasinan against the home team, the Pangasinan Reapers.
That's right, and very uncharacteristically, Coach Boyd Fernandez, known as a defensive coach, and in that game, they allowed the Reapers to shoot 50% from the field, and also gave up too many points in the paint, 44 points in the paint, and their bench really needs to step up, especially since they only got 20 points from their bench.
And this will be especially important for them as we will take a look at our marquee matchup. It will be Reggie Boy Basibas going up against KG Canaleta Forward Mobility.
And definitely, it's going to be a matchup between these two players. Of course, Reggie Basibas, very much a younger player, averaging 14 points, 8 rebounds, while KG Canaleta, a little older but definitely wilier, wiser, averaging 9 points and 5 rebounds.
That marquee matchup, of course, is brought to you by Daily Fantasy, ang fantasy sports ng Pilipinas. Now, let's turn you over to our court side reporter, Andrea Veloso, for an additional report.
Hi, Joel and Coach Noy. We're now in the main game tonight, and the top-tier athletics is just excited for this game. As Marlon Basco mentioned that all eyes are on this game tonight. So as much as possible, kahit mahihirapan daw, they will play with pride and play competitively up until the last buzzer. Meanwhile, for the BIÑAN Tatak Gel Game X, alam ni Coach Boyet ang inaabangan ng mga tao ngayon dito sa venue. Pero para sa kanya, wala silang ibang gagawin. They will play the same way and will treat everyone and their opponent fairly. So tonight, we will see the same competitive system and culture of BIÑAN. When we come back, Lipa versus BIÑAN, this is Pilipinas Super League Presidents Cup 2025.
Teams, Pers from your top tier athletics, Lipa Batangas Stallions. Starting guard number 11, Christian Daguro. Also guard number 3, John Gonzaga. Playing center number 41, Marlon Basco. At forward number 5, Reggie Basibas. And also forward number 85, Harmsui. Head coach is Artem Cantero. Assistant coaches, Reinhard Mendoza. Manager, Don Mendoza. Team owner, Eric Bagnes. And now, the BIÑAN Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle Tire KMX. Starting guard number 8, Bam Lopez. Also guard number 24, Jonah Jacob. At center number 18, Jason Ballesteros. Playing forward number 29, Michael Maestre. And also forward number 88, Candy Roca Curva. Head coaches, Boyet Fernandez. Assistant coaches, Ginino Manansala, Gino Manuel, Eliasar Kabutotan, and J.R. Manansala. Manager, Jojo Ramos Cunanan. Team owner, Monching Talisayan. And Vice Gel Alonte. Together with Sajid Danuevo and Ruben.
As we take a look at the ball-out starters for top tier, you've got Carlo Daguro, John Gonzaga, Marlon Basco, Reggie Boy Basibas, and Harms Huey. Para naman dito sa BIÑAN, Bam Lopez, Jonah Jacob, Jason Ballesteros, Mike Maestre, and Kenny Roca Curva. And of course, for our referees, our crew chief, John Lester Celeste, umpire number 1, Alan Maronilla, and umpire number 2, Rowen Inductivo. As we're just about ready to start, it will be Ballesteros versus Basco for the tip-off. First possession goes to the black shirts. Roca Curva squaring up for 3. Yes, sir!
Well, despite all of the excitement that is being generated here at the stadium, there is a game to be played, and a win here will definitely boost the chances of both teams.
As Basibas underneath is blocked from behind by Bam Lopez. Roca Curva, will it be 2 for 2? Yes!
Not only was that back-to-back threes for Roca Curva, but those were back-to-back open threes.
So mukhang kailangan ng Stallions, they need to extend their defense a little more.
Especially on Roca Curva, who can shoot the lights out from the perimeter.
Here is Daguro. From the corner, the 3 is up, no good.
Very good spacing on that possession for the Stallions.
Ayun, at dahil nagawa niyang makuha yung dalawang tres kanina, Roca Curva able to attack inside. Ngunit nga lang, mintis.
Other players would take a heat check 3, but Roca Curva that time put the ball on the floor.
Here are the Stallions. Gonzaga directing traffic. Huey being defended by Jacob. Has to give it up. Gonzaga back to Huey. Jacob not giving an inch. On the other side, here's Jonah. He's being guarded by Huey. Jacob. The layup is up and in!
Well, if you're the BIÑAN Tataxel, you're going to want to attack the defense of Harms Huey. He's not really the best laterally, and you want to test his defense. You allow him to play on the floor, but you're going to have to make him pay and make him earn whatever benefits that he'll get on the floor.
As Reggie Boy Basibas has benefited somewhat from the absence of the top players of the Stallions, scores on the spin move there.
Well, he has found a role here in their last game, finished with 14 points and 9 rebounds.
As Bam Lopez hits on another 3, that's a third for BIÑAN.
And what's going right here for BIÑAN, they're not forcing the ball into the hands of Jonah Jacob to just play to the crowd. They're here to play basketball.
And Basibas is fouled on that incursion. It will be on Maestre. And you made a good point there, Coach, no, na nandun pa rin yung sistema nitong BIÑAN.
Even when Jonah Jacob had that isolation, he saw that he had that mismatch, especially on the speed side. That's why he called for that isolation first.
Here's Jacob. He's up against Huey. Step back, jumper. Just off. Gonzaga, tumatakbo. He's got 2 black shirts in front of him. Gonzaga, he's trapped. Gets it to Huey. No. Wild floater there. Roca Curva, umangat at pinasok yung layup.
That's a difference for BIÑAN. They're not looking for Jonah Jacob actively. As you can see, Roca Curva just went all the way in for the layup.
The score is 13-2. We'll be back after this break. And Jonah Jacob has shown that he has, at the very least, that desire to be a pro player. And he took the licks. But he has shown somewhat that he can ride with some of these players. That's a 3 from the corner from Gonzaga.
And if you go to the Facebook page of the PSL, you're gonna see that Jonah Jacob has done the work. Yes, even his teammates have been saying that he's come in earlier, even after practice, to just get those shots up, and that kind of that commitment is what you need to have to. I mean, even with that commitment, it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna succeed at that level, but it's the minimum requirement that you have to give.
Exactly, and to give us a little bit more on that, we've got Andrea Veloso. Andrea, what do you have?
Lagi akong pagod. These are the words of Jonah Jacob as he stepped into this professional team. But everything is fulfilling to him, and his tiredness serves as a testament of the hard work that he's putting on the team. He's grateful for the opportunity given to him, as this journey is also deeply personal. It's his way of fulfilling his father's dream. He recalls how back then, his father didn't even have proper basketball shoes to play in. Recently, Scotty Thompson gifted him a pair, inspiring him even more. Now, Jonah is determined to prove to his fans that with hard work, perseverance, and the right attitude, no dream is out of reach. Back to you guys.
Ang makukuha ko doon talaga ang nag-stick out on right attitude. Kailangan yung right attitude if you want to succeed in this game. As we take a look at that triple from Jonah Jacob.
Well, again, this is a sport that will give if you give yourself to the game. And so far, I mean, Jonah Jacob, probably this is the highlight of his basketball career here playing in the PSL. But you can see that he has put in the work, and that's why he's getting some kind of success.
As Roca Curva, the floater doesn't go. Put back attempt, no good as well, but stolen. Jacob underneath. The reverse goes in.
Should I say, so far, this has to be the best game of Jonah Jacob.
7 points for Double J. And Daguro is fouled on that floater. He will go to the line for 2. Take another look at that.
A great steal and the reverse finish, which I thought was unnecessary, but nevertheless.
Yung dribble niya kasi parang masyado na siyang napailalim after that dribble. Kaya napilitan na siya na yun na yung tira na gagawin niya.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure his teammates are also appreciating the work that he is putting in. You can see also, if you watch him, I mean, it's easy to watch him play on the offensive side of things when he has the basketball. But you have to watch also how he plays defense nowadays. You can see there is a certain level of commitment. Of course, he is at a disadvantage because most of the players that he's going to defend have been doing this for years. Be it college, be it at the pro level, be it at the semi-pro level. But he is at this disadvantage. But that commitment to defense is what he needs to show.
And he has shown it so far in the minutes that he has been given. And he has the ball again, being guarded by Coutre. Gets a screen from Maestre. Step back 3 on the way. Yes, sir!
Even with the way he celebrates now, he's taking the game more seriously.
And we can see that this is sort of a testament to the way that this BIÑAN team has molded Jonah Jacob into what he is now.
And he's playing within the system. He is, he's contributing to the cause, so to speak. It's not just, putting himself on the floor, getting social media engagements. He's really just trying to play the game.
He will be called for a foul there, though, reaching in on that drive. Wala dito kay Cecilio.
If you're on the side of the Stallions, I'd like to see them also try to attack the defense of Jonah Jacob. But they're gonna have to wait.
They're gonna have to wait
a quarter or a half.
Roca Curva, Lopez, Jacob, and Maestre will check out. Checking in are Lastimosa, Actub. Then we've got Pamboy Raimundo and Jmar Gimpayan. Triggering the inbound is Cecilio.
So again, like we said, there is a game to be played. And Binyan up big right now, 23-6.
And some clarification, they just need to clear some fans who are seated on the bench of the team.
Well, you can't get any more closer to the action than that.
And our technical committee just clarifying kung cleared ba na umupo sa bench yung mga nakaupo. Ayan, I think na meron man silang aayusin. There we go. So I think we're about ready to restart this ball game. 4 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. The score 23-6, 17-point lead para dito sa Binyan.
Again, the problem for the Stallions, about 5.5 minutes have gone by in the first quarter. You've already given up 23 points.
Oo, kung dodoblehin mo yan, edi
46.
46. Eh, hindi rin sila nakakascore. That's a rebound for Poy Aktub, skying for that carom. Here's Raimundo. Ikot ng bola para sa Binyan. Poy Aktub will try a three. Off the back iron. Anthony White. Streaking down the court. Wild layup. Goes out of bounds. And it will go back to the men in black.
Well, actually, with Hui and Jacob on the bench, you still have Poy Aktub on the other end. But this guy is an actual basketball player.
True.
Seeing him during warm-ups, I mean, at first during the warm-ups, people were focusing their attention on those two, Jacob and Hui. Eventually, it was this guy Aktub that they were watching.
At mukhang kaya ring sumabay itong si Anthony White. So this is also a matchup we will probably need to check. Aktub over to Gimpay and down to Ping. Mark Pingris, that under goal stab is a little off. It will stay with Binyan.
Well, the problem that time for Mark Pingris, as you can see once again, that finish by White over Aktub. The problem for Mark Pingris, yung up fake niya walang kumagat. Dahil basically, hindi siya kilala nitong mga player na to.
Oh. As Adyao has checked into the game for the Stallions, and we see a three from Carlo Lastimosa.
Just imagine, this is already the second group for Binyan, and you have Raimundo, Aktub, Gimpayan, Pingris, and Lastimosa. One of the other teams that are very deep.
Of course, they are one of the few teams na talagang from top to bottom, walang tapon.
Exactly. That's the word. It's actually quite surprising that they're at 3-2. At some point, this was one of 4 teams that were undefeated, together with San Juan, Pangasinan, and Caloocan. And right now, it's only Caloocan that's undefeated.
Dumaan na kasi silang lahat kayo sa Caloocan. As White attacks the defense of Pingris, Ping claiming na may extension ng offhand ni White. But instead, he will be called for the foul, sending White to the line.
I believe White is late addition for the Stallions. I believe it's like his second or third game. But what I'd like to see for the Stallions is to allow him still to play at the guard position where, you know, when he got into the team, that was what his role was. Now, you wouldn't want to force him to have to play big, to have to play the 3 or the 4, when obviously the natural position and his most effective position is at the 1 or the 2.
White is averaging 6.5 points and 4.5 rebounds and 3.5 assists. Medyo ano siya, marami siyang contributions in only 15 minutes dito sa ating torneo. As Pamboy Raimundo misses on the 3, on the rebound, whistle is blown. Medyo lumiit ang ang Stallions nagmula nung pinasok si Adyao para dito kay Marlon Basco.
Now they're gonna have to rely on their switchability and their mobility, especially with the rim protection no longer there with Vasco on the bench.
Na libre sa kanto, Aktub, no good. Gimpayan skying for the rebound but couldn't hang on to it. Here's Cecilio. Basibas fakes, loses ping, but the layup does not go. Aktub, open court. This is where he likes it. And Aktub is fouled.
It's really nice to watch Poy Poy Aktub from the floor level because you can just see how high he gets up.
And
It's like, parang lumilipad, parang saranggola.
Parang ibang player yata yun. Kite. Siya ba yung the kite?
I remember covering Gimpayan before in another league and we used to call him the Kite.
Ayun.
But watching
Si
Aktub
Poy Poy.
play, parang masipoy-poy na eh.
Oo. Two high flyers here for the BIÑAN team. Of course, in his heyday, meron din silang isa dyan. Si KG Cañaleta was also a high flyer.
Even Mark Pingris.
Even Mark Pingris.
Actually, even Carlo Lastimosa. So actually, this is the quote-unquote athletic 5 for BIÑAN.
As Vasco has been reinserted into the lineup para dito sa Stallions to provide more ceiling. Mintis nga lang yung kanyang tres doon. Lastimosa going right. Fadeaway midi. No. Rebound going to Gimpayan and foul and the basket.
Again, talking about yung athleticism. On full display right there for Gimpayan off the rebound. I did say ito yung quote-unquote athletic 5. Pamboy Raimundo. He looks like he's better conditioned now than he was in college. Yung itsura nito parang nasa college pa lang eh. But Coach Boyd Fernandez really loves this guy because one thing for sure, he's an excellent pick and roll point guard. And most of the offense of Coach Boyd Fernandez, whenever it goes to a broken place, gonna automatically go to that ball screen for the point guard. And Pamboy Raimundo has shown that he can be very effective at that.
And the ball is turned over by BIÑAN. You can see what they're trying to do. Nakita kasi nila zone defense ang pinapakita ng Stallions. So ang ginagawa nila, they go to that center, no, at the top of the key. Kasi yun yung pinakabukas. And that will force the zone defense to adjust, to shift, causing mismatches.
Aside from the adjustment, it's that the initial reaction of the zone defense pretty much dictates what options you're gonna have against that zone defense.
As a foul is called on Poy Poy Aktub. At agad siyang tinawag ni Coach Boyet. Teachable moment.
And for the players, whenever your coach seems to keep on singling you out on whatever missed assignment, a missed rotation, that just means the coach wants you to get it right because he sees a lot of potential in you.
True.
And Poy Poy Aktub, as an offensive player, really has almost limitless potential. But on the defensive end, I think that's where he really needs to put in the work.
As Pamboy Raimundo hits from the outside.
Also like how Pamboy Raimundo seems to be looking for his points here. In this particular season, he's known to be more of a facilitator. He's now currently averaging above 12 points per game for BIÑAN.
And Poy Poy Aktub will be called for a foul once again. And you don't want that, no? It was a triple attempt para dito kay Anthony White and na-foul siya ni Poy Poy Aktub.
That's going to be the second personal foul for Aktub, so he needs to go to the bench.
Just to give some more context, Coach, dun sa sinabi mong change in mindset ni Pamboy Raimundo. Last season, he was averaging 6.4 points per game. So it's a +6 for him. And even his assist, tumaas ng konti, no? From 3.2 ngayon, nasa 4 na.
So again, the importance for point guards to be an offensive threat, to be a better playmaker. And ito, parang that could be a concrete example. Pamboy Raimundo from 6 points and about 3 assists per game, now averaging 12 points and 4 assists per game.
As Carlo Lastimosa hits on another long bomb, it is now a 26-point lead para dito sa Biñan as we close out quarter number 1. Biñan lording it over the Stallions for now, 39-15. We'll be back for the second quarter. This is the PSL President's Cup 2025.
PSL fans, and now bibigyan tayo ng pagkakataon para mag-shoutout ang isang ating fan. Kasama ko ngayon si Boss
Kenneth po, Kenneth.
Alright, Boss Kenneth, pagkakataon mo na magbigay ng shoutout sa favorite team mo and of course sa favorite player, of course, your loved ones, your family and friends. Let's go.
Shoutout sa Binyan Tatakjel at saka kay Pinoy Sakuragi, Mark Pinglish. Tsaka shoutout pala sa nanay, tatay ko. Yan.
Alright, thank you very much, Boss Kenneth. And dahil dyan, meron kang merch from Daily Fantasy again. Thank you very much, Daily Fantasy. Dito, hawak mo ang laro. We'll be back for more action. Once again, this is the one and only Pilipinas Super League.
Hawak ko ang laro.
As we are about to start the second quarter, Biñan up by 24. Jonah Jacob, easily his best game of this tournament. 10 points, 4 out of 6 shooting, and that one steal para dito kay Jonah Jacob. And an offensive foul called on Celeste on the screen. Bola babalik dito sa Biñan.
See one of the assistants for Biñan motioning to Jonah Jacob. Wala nang palo-palo, just stand your ground and do the proper defensive stance.
Lastimosa back to the top. Raimundo will stop at the elbow. The jumper no good. Gimpayan with a rebound once again. Loses the ball to the baseline. But it will stay on the same court.
Well, that time Pamboy Raimundo missed on the midi, but that was a good read. Gimpayan giving the screen because he had Harms Hui in front of him.
And itong si Jamar Gimpayan already has 4 rebounds. Carlo Lastimosa pupukol mula sa labas, hindi papasok. Pamboy Raimundo getting the long rebound. Jonah fakes Basco away. Jonah with a floater and he gets it.
Well, early in the season, he probably would have forced that 3, but better read on the floor. Put the ball on the floor and scoring on a floater is Jonah Jacob.
Basco from the top, fakes, goes inside. Nakabingwit ng foul at nakuha pa ang basket. Veteran move by Marlon Basco.
And if you're the Biñan coaching staff, you're not going to be happy with that. Allow Marlon Basco to drive to the lane pretty much untouched.
Well, natouch siya.
Nung dulo.
Kasi na-foul.
Way too late.
Way too late.
You're being very sharp today, Mr. Parcon.
Oo, importanteng sharp tayo. As Basco hits on the bonus free throw. Score is 41-18, 23-point lead for Biñan. Raimundo bringing down the ball. Ikot ulit ng bola. Raimundo getting the screen from Ping. Nice pass inside. Jamar Gimpayan nakalimutan.
I like how Biñan, they can just keep on going to Jonah Jacob and have that matchup with Harms Hui, but they continue to just run their plays, run their sets.
In a sense, parang nagiging decoy pa itong si Jonah Jacob eh.
inadvertently.
Inadvertently, as Lastimosa spins, the layup is up and in. Buzzer foul.
Well, make no mistake about it. Lastimosa is there for one thing and one thing only, to put points on the board. He's averaging about 10 points per game. Already has 8 so far here in the game.
As papasok si Pido at si KG. Para dito sa Binyan. Samantalang para naman dito sa Stallions, we also have Adyao back in the game.
We're also awaiting the entry of Captain Hook.
Hindi nga lang pumasok yung tira ni Lastimosa kaya hindi siya mapapalitan.
Tingin ko sinadya eh. Parang hindi mo na siya mapalitan. Tingnan mo, right after that, he gets another 2 points.
Minsan, no, may isip ng player yun eh. Ilalabas na pala ako after nitong free throw na to.
Ako pag namintis ko yung pangalawang free throw, sasabihin ko sinadya ko.
Ito si Lastimosa, over to Jacob. The floater is up and in.
And you like how his teammates are setting him up. And it's not force feeding like what happened with Kaasi earlier.
Here we go. Once again, that was a block. Jacob on Huey. Jacob could not hang on to the pass, a little too high.
Okay, that time that was force feeding because you had Carlo Lastimosa on the other side.
So bola babalik dito sa Stallions.
And it's the masked Captain Hook.
Ito ngayon si Adyao. Looking for options. Gives it up to Daguro. Screen from Basco. Show by KG. Basco to Basibas. He has not gotten his game going so far. Alam niya kaagad, namimintis. Gives it up to Daguro. Daguro is fouled by Pido.
And Pido a little too aggressive on the closeout. So that's only the second team foul for Binyan.
Pero in the act of shooting, ay hindi. It was deemed on the floor. So Daguro will trigger the inbound. Here's Adyao. Go up for the shot, no good. Gimpayan to Jacob. Jacob looking at the options on the floor, goes up himself. That was a forced shot.
Well, we've been raving about how he has been playing within the flow of the offense for Binyan. That time, forced attempt that turned into a forced turnover.
And on the other side, oh, there is some friction.
Even Mac Cardona is joining the fray.
And just some color. Developing in this ball game. Let's see if we can get a replay of how that happened.
And everything happening off the ball. Well, I'm pretty sure technical will be called
We see what's happening.
on those two for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be on those two. And
I believe the mass Captain Hook will get a technical, although that sounds like a title of a horror movie.
masked Captain Hook.
Well, I think if our commissioner had his way, he's gonna throw both of those players out.
Just some hard defense.
Well, actually, you could throw them both out for fighting stand.
Yeah. So, commissioner talking to the technical committee.
Well, we did see at least 3 technical fouls, and I think that that will pretty much be the call here. But I think they want to see what happened before that play.
I think there might have been something else that happened, that occurred in the previous sequence. So we're just waiting kung ano yung magiging hatol ng ating technical committee. Jonah Jacob with his best game so far, 14 points, 6 out of 9 from the field, 2 out of 2 from outside. And Harms Hui has not yet gotten going in this ball game.
Well, at least he's gonna have his first stat of the game, 1 foul. But right now, the score is 49-18, and you can see there, Jonah Jacob getting some tips from the veterans, specifically Mark Pingrish.
That's also something that we've seen a lot, no? Even in the games that I've covered of Binyan and the games that I've seen, that I've watched, the veterans have sort of taken him under their collective wing, no, to try and really teach him on what it means to become a pro player. No? The good habits. Babalik tayo dun sa sinabi mo earlier, Coach, na if you go to the PSL Facebook page, there are some stories or some reels there that show, especially isang more recent reel na pinapakita na si Jonah Jacob has really become a little bit more professional, na gano'n siya, mas maaga na siyang pumapasok sa training. Sinabi pa nga niya, nung una maaga talaga siya. Pero nung napansin niyang hindi naman pala kailangan na ganun kaaga, yun, na nagpa-delay na siya hanggang na-late na lang siya. So ngayon, nagbagong buhay na daw siya. Bagong-bagong taon ngayon. So is pang panibagong buhay para kay Jonah Jacob.
Actually, for players who actually gained success in their sport, it's not about being early. Whatever is early for everybody, you have to be even earlier than that, because everyone is trying to get that competitive edge, a competitive advantage. So the extra hour that you put in ahead of everybody else will benefit you eventually.
And we just like to correct, wala pala sa PSL page, nasa nudge page yung reel na yun. So yeah, check out the nudge Facebook page as we're just waiting on the official announcement.
I'm not sure if I got the signals mixed, but I think they're gonna throw somebody out. I saw at least one unsportsmanlike foul signal and 2 technicals.
So some clarifications being requested by Coach Boyet.
So again, more delays as the coach is trying to get clarification on the call that we haven't heard yet being announced.
Hindi pa siya nasasabi na ating venue announcer na si Romnet Bacani.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they call another technical on Jonah Jacob, because right after that skirmish with Harms, when he got to midcourt, he could have been teched up for taunting because he was trying to get the crowd involved. Again, we're just speculating because we're not privy to the conversations that they have at the official table.
This formal black foul for number 85, Harms Hui. Another technical for number 85, Harms Hui. Number 85, Harms Technical foul for Jonah Jacob. Another technical for number 24, Jonah Jacob. Jonah Jacob out of the play court. Number 17, MARIKINA. Technical foul.
And so there you have it. An unsportsmanlike foul has been called on Harms Huey, and also a technical foul. And Jonah Jacob called for 2 technical fouls, as well as Mac Cardona. So both Harms Huey and Jonah Jacob have been booted out of the playing court. With 6:55 left in the second quarter.
So just to recap, I believe the unsportsmanlike foul was called on Harms Huey for that shove on Jonah Jacob. And then the technical was for the continued conversation with Jonah Jacob. And Jonah Jacob did have that technical earlier.
As we will go to a quick break as they continue to review this, we'll be back. And we're back here. They're just shooting the free throws. Christian Daguro missing the technical free throw. And on the side of BIÑAN, it will be Ryan Sual who will shoot the free throws for the unsportsmanlike foul.
And just to evaluate what just happened, for BIÑAN, this doesn't hurt you at all. You're going to be playing less the distractions of the crowd that you're trying to please. Well, for the side of the Stallions, I don't think anything really changed for them because Harms Huey has not been able to contribute anything. 0.0 rebounds, 0 assists. For one thing, maybe there is no mismatch that BIÑAN can attack right now. But then again, they're still up by 31 points.
31 points. Yun lang yung nagbabago. Wala na silang pwedeng ma-exploit. Underneath, KG is fouled. And he will go to the line for 2.
And the problem also for the Stallions now, this BIÑAN team will be all business now. They don't have to try and set up Jonah Jacob who I believe was on his way to being the player of the game.
Oh.
If not for getting thrown out of this game. Had 14 points, led his team in scoring, and he was doing almost everything. Was playing great defense. He was playing within the system for quite some time until very late, midway through the second quarter, where he started to try to take things on his own.
And on his part, yun din yung kailangan pa niyang matutuhan, na yung mga antics na nagagawa
yeah.
niya, it doesn't fly if you're in the pro league. No? Na okay na sana yun kasi you skirmish kayo. Pero yung second, yung egging on the crowd, that could have been avoided.
So if you remember, in his very first game, Joel Liu played him physical. Joel Liu was called for a foul, and he reacted to it by bringing up his jersey, and the referee stepped him up. That should have been enough for him to recognize that the referees don't allow that. So ito nga, nagkaroon sila ng kisgisan ni Harms Hui. Tinawagan na siya ng technical doon. He did not need to continue whatever it is he was trying to do at half court. And if he didn't do that anymore, he would still be playing in this game.
Exactly. As Basibas gets the 2 free throws. Well, the continued development and learning of one Jonah Jacob in this PSL President's Cup 2025. Ido looking for Cardona. Cardona underneath, kicks it out to Sual. KG, extra pass. Cardona, that familiar shot is a little too strong. White goes up for the shot. Yes.
This is an opportunity to see the full repertoire of moves for Anthony White, as he just might become the focal point of the offense right now for the Stallions.
Oo, kasi Reggie Boy Basibas hindi pa gaano nakapagpakita dito. So, kailangan nila maghanap ng ibang pwedeng kumana para sa kanila. As JJ Pido hits from the outside.
Knowing Coach Boyd Fernandez and how he is a disciple of being very detailed in scouting, Reggie Basibas is no longer a surprise for him, and I think that's why they've really focused defensively on him.
At losing focus there on Marlon Basco underneath as he scores on that undergoal stab. Cardona at 45. They swing the ball over to the other side. Sual too strong on that triple. Here's Daguro looking for options. Gets it to the wing. The 3 is up. No good for Monton. Pido to Cardona. The floater, that's in.
And he plays exactly the same way that he used to play. A little slower and probably endurance-wise, not too much in the tank, but Mac Cardona still shoots the same way.
And here he is again. He's blocked from behind by Daguro. Kicks it out to Sual. Specialty of the house. Too strong. Basibas nagmamadali. Gives it up to White for the easy layup.
That's good recognition for Basibas, finding a teammate, cutting on the other side.
Sual with the ball. He will try. And he will miss. Basibas pitching it ahead to Daguro. Layup and the foul.
Double block eye for Sual. Missing on a three-pointer. Trying to chase down Daguro. Commits the foul. Gives up a basket also.
And papasok si Peñaredondo para kay Cañaleta.
Again, let's not forget just how deep this BIÑAN squad is. We've got Peñaredondo, Sual coming in late in the second quarter. Those two are young players itching to make a contribution and earn more minutes.
As Mac Cardona hits from the outside.
meron ka pang Mac Cardona who just hasn't played for quite some time.
Dito sa kabila, short yung tira ni White. Daguro, nice pass if that was the intention to Basibas.
Parang sinadya naman dahil umapir siya right after.
Oo.
But nevertheless, that was a tough pass and a tough finish also for Basibas.
Binyan looking for the right shot, gets it underneath, extra pass, Suwal does not go for it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Cardona, Suwal here for three. He's too strong. Daguro over to the corner. Monton. White back to the corner. Monton for three. Off the right iron. Cardona looking down court. And he is fouled by Monton.
As you see Mac Cardona trying to get up and down the court. A little slower but halos walang ball stop.
At babalik dito si Gonzaga para kay Monton. Kita mo pa rin yung ano eh, yung may flashes pa rin of the old Mac Cardona.
Oh, this is interesting. He put his mask on the floor.
Oo.
What happens if he misses on the second?
Mintes yung una.
I'm not sure that's allowed.
Ayan, kinausap na siya ng referee. Kasi magiging hazard, safety hazard yan eh.
I mean, after maybe if he misses the second free throw and he just chooses to leave his mask behind, someone could step on it.
Maestra getting a second offensive rebound and the putback is there.
And this is just, you know, a testament to the balanced production, a cornucopia of balanced production nitong lineup ng Binyan.
And several of the Binyan Tatak Gel players contributing dito sa ating ball game. Primarily, one of those was supposed to be Jonah Jacob. He actually still leads the team in scoring. 14 points for him as Mike Maestre inside gets a basket and a foul. Good extra pass from Joseph Peña Redondo there.
Well, this to underscore the depth of this Binyan squad. Roca Curva started the game with, I believe, 10 points. We haven't seen him back in the game.
Here's Daguro. He will stop. The jumper, no good. Marlon Basco underneath. Just the strength of one Marlon Basco getting the basket and the harm.
Well, he is the tallest player on the floor for both teams. The score is 66-36.
Medyo nakakalinlang yung score na nakikita niyo dyan sa screen ngayon. Hindi lang po isang puntos ang na-score ng Stallions. Less than a minute to go in the first half. Suwal. They get it to the corner. Pido. He's got Gonzaga in front of him. Cardona fakes left, goes right. Back to Pido. Mid-range jumper. Yes.
JJ Pido. He came into the PSL known more as a defensive player. That was his identity during his college days, but he has already evolved into a decent offensive option for Binyan.
And Daguro with another triple for the Stallions. He now has 8 points. Suwal will try his hand at it, and it goes.
And that's his job. Try to provide some long bombs for Binyan.
And that would not have counted had it gone. At the end of 2 quarters, the score is 71-40, 31-point lead para dito sa Binyan. Beast Motorcycle Tires Game X as we take a look at the move of the half. Carlo Lastimosa. Spin cycle move. That's the move of the half. We'll be back for halftime stats and analysis. This is your PSL President's Cup 2025.
Again, that's how we do it in the Filipino Super League. And I see people already coming at the court. I love the energy, guys. Pero, meron muna tayong pamigay. Meron tayong pamigay ng prizes to our audience. So make sure to stay where you are to make some noise and abangan nyo yung mga ibabato namin. Come on. Sana ba? Of course, it's gonna be courtesy of Daily Fantasy. So come on again, if you like some shirts, some caps, ballers, keychains, everything, come on. Let's get it. Let's make some noise. Magingay tayo, mga Marikenyo, come on. Alright, kayo, gusto nyo ba? I'm not hearing it enough. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Alright, let's go, Marikina Sports Complex again. If you want some Daily Fantasy merch, kuya, huwag kayo mag-away. Marami pa dito, come on. Dito naman tayo, this side. Again, guys, if you want some, make sure to make some noise. I'm not hearing it enough. Come on. Lakas pa. Kulang pa. Let's go, guys. Come on. More noise. More commotion. Come on. Is that all? Nako, mukhang ubus na. But that's okay again. We still have one more activity, but this time it's going to be courtesy of Kalos PH Sportswear. A 3-point shootout. And looks like we have a surplus of participants. Mukhang sobra-sobra pa. But that's good news. And now, without further ado, let's gonna start this up. Come on. In 3, in 2, and in 1. Let's go. Pag bata ka, pwede kang free throw. Pero yun nga lang, hindi pumasok. Come on again. 5 winners will receive Kalos PH Sportswear merchandise. Come on, let's get those shots up, kuya. Pang 3 points ka lang. Huwag kang feeling bata. Matanda na, kuya. Let's go. Nako, stepping pa. All right, let's get it. So far, no shots have been made. Come on. Kuya, mukhang nasobrang ka sa pagdodota kahapon. Easy ka lang sa comp shop. So far, still no shots have fallen. All right, si Kuya, meron na agad cup. Hindi pa rin pumapasok again. 5, I believe there's 5 or more winners will be receiving some Kalos PH Sportswear merchandise. Let me count that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm seeing 8 jerseys there. So 8 people will be getting Kalos PH Sportswear merchandise. Again, make the most of your opportunities. Let's go. 3 points na lang. May free throw ba ba? Hindi, 3 points na lang. Come on. You know, nice form. I knew that was it from the moment he released the basketball. Nice one, Kuya. And with that, 7 winners left. Again, make the most of your chances. Nako, mukhang lagpas pa sa Marikina Sports Center ang ating linya. Come on. Let's go. Hindi pa rin pumapasok again. 7 merchandise left. Let's get it, mga Marikenyo. Come on. 3 points lang po. Si Kuya, hindi nagsayang ng oras. Come on, let's get it, guys. So 2 have made their shots. 6 winners left. Humahaba pa yung pila. Nako po. Come on. Yun lang. To call the time in the world, hindi pa rin pasok. Again, thank you very much, Daily Fantasy. Dito hawak mo ang laro for giving prizes a while ago. And this time, thank you to Kalos PH Sportswear. Kuya, kung kay factory sa'yo, sumobra ka sa Red Horse. Ayun. Okay, 3 people have won the merchandise. Come on. It's gonna be 5 jerseys left. I believe There's some long sleeves, dry fit long sleeves, some shorts, some jerseys. Nako, yun na. Nakakarami na nakaka-shoot. Again, sabi nga nila, marami magagaling sa Marikina. That's gonna be useful. Talking about those jerseys and those merchandise. Let's get it, everybody. Come on. You know, mukhang basketballero si Kuya. I have lost count. I think there's gonna be 4 merchandise left. Come on, guys. Don't waste your chances. Yung mga nasa likod, ingayan nyo. Come on. Again, yung mga nasa likod, you better hope magmintis tong mga nasa harap. Come on, guys. And kayo ng mga nasa harap, make the most of your chances. Kundi babalik kayo sa likod. Yun lang, hindi pa rin pumapasok. Again, 4 merchandise left, if I'm counting it right. Yes, I believe that is indeed 4. Come on. Again, thank you very much, Kalos PH Sportswear. Let's get it. Come on. Nako, mukhang makatambay sa computer shop tong mga to. So far, 4 have won merchandise. Come on, guys. All right. That's gonna be 5, the 5th winner. And that's gonna be 3 left. Let's go, guys. Come on, mukhang umiiksi na yung pila. Pero may mga bumabalik yung mga nagmimintis. Pwede ba yun? Come on, guys. Nako, pinalapit na kasi hindi kayo makashoot. Let's go, guys. Free throw na lang, hindi mo pa pa-shoot. Off the board, hindi pa rin ma-shoot. Come on. Again, I believe that's gonna be 2 jerseys left as I'm seeing there. Again, courtesy of Kalos PH Sportswear. Last one, guys. Last one. And you better hope this little guy misses his shot. Nako po, pasok na yan. Umuwi na kayo. Pero hindi pa pala pasok. Come on. Nako. Munti ka na. Bakit pag sila pwedeng malapit? Come on. Yun lang. Kaso hindi naman niya size yan. Pero okay lang. Ganun talaga ang buhay. Hindi naman niya size yan. Madaya. No? Okay lang yan, guys. Okay lang. But again, thank you very much. First and foremost, Daily Fantasy PH. Dito, hawak mo ang laro. And of course, Kalos PH Sportswear. And to end our segment...
Hawak ko ang laro.
At the half, here are your statistics.
As you can see, BIÑAN Takjel just lording it over all of the stats. 57% from the field, and more impressively, 57% from the three-point area, 11 out of 19. And rebounding-wise, you have BIÑAN with 32 rebounds, 12 of which coming from the offensive glass, which they have translated into 16 second chance points. And as expected, of course, 21 out of their 27 made field goals were actually assisted.
And as we're just about ready to start the second half, PSL Presidents Cup 2025 in cooperation with Ball Out Sports would like to thank Ball Out Hoops, Daily Fantasy, Dumper Party List, C Prime Business Financing Corporation, JSR Construction, and we are also supported by Calus PH Sportswear, MDC Sports Incorporated, Eurotel, Sogo, and our broadcast partners Blast TV and Tap Sports. 31-point lead, kailangan i-overhaul ng Stallions. What do they need to do dito sa ating second half, Coach?
Aside from a lengthy prayer, definitely have to make the adjustments on the offensive end. I mean, we did say Reggie Basibas was a marked man, but he has found a way to get his points on the board. Basibas with 10, you've got White with 9. While on the other side, you've got 3 players in double digits. Jacob with 14, Lastimosa and Roca Curva with 10 each.
And eto ngayon ang isa pang sensational player, Poy Aktub, coast to coast.
And against this seemingly porous defense of the Stallions, Poy Aktub will be, if they get to unleash him out in transition, he's gonna have a field day.
As we take a look at what he just did. Got the ball on one side, sped all the way to the other end.
And credit half of the basket with a seal screen by Jason Ballesteros on Marlon Basco.
Basco, pump fake, gets the better of Jason Ballesteros.
That matchup actually takes us back a little bit, that Basco versus Ballesteros matchup.
And they have continued their matchup here in the PSL. Lopez up against White. Will shoot from 3 feet beyond the line, but it's short. Basco, they swing it over to the other side. Daguro doubled. Basco for 3. Off the iron. Roca Curva with a rebound. Eto na. Wala na, hindi siya naipasok nung second quarter. Pero eto na siya. And foul is called on that play.
That's what's really hard to, why it's hard to defend Roca Curva. You know that he's very quick, but the way that he changes acceleration, he changes speed, he changes pace, and more importantly, the ability to change direction all of a sudden makes him a real tough cover. Kaliwete ito, but he finishes efficiently even with his right.
On either hand.
Well, I could have made my life easier by just saying he's ambidextrous.
But, well, it still got the point across, and that's what's important.
Because I'm talking to you, so you're gonna get the point across for sure.
33 points pa rin ang hinahabol ng Stallions. Basibas, maagang pinick up ni Maestre. But the fadeaway midi from Basibas is in.
Well, offensively, it's going to be Reggie Basibas take over now for the Stallions.
Reverse by Aktub does not go. On the other side, Daguro is fouled.
What you like about Daguro on that play? He made sure that he kept Roca Curva on his back. And in 2K terms, that's what they call crabbing. You put your defender behind you so that they lose the ability to play defense effectively.
And etong si Christian Daguro, he might just need, baka kailangan niya ipakita ang 100% ng kanyang lakas dito sa ating ball game. Ngayong medyo bawas na sila.
You've been waiting to use that since last night, Joel.
Tignan natin, Daguro already in double figures, I believe, with 10 points. Here's Lopez up top. Sinasabi ni Maestre, pwede kang pumunta doon sa kaliwa. Aktub, libre sa 3. And he gets it.
It may seem very slight. Aktub actually had a shot earlier. He swung the ball to the middle and eventually got that ball back with the defense rotating late. Had a better open 3 to take.
Mintes ang Stallions doon. Roca Curva pushes it ahead to Bam Lopez. Extra pass to Poy Poy Aktub.
Right now, they're trying to activate Poy Poy Aktub.
Oo.
And definitely, I mean, he's not just a sideshow. He can play basketball for sure. Could potentially be one of the better open court finishers here in the PSL.
Roca Curva na libre sa tres once again. No good this time.
And he had 2 threes in the first quarter that created this big lead, started this big lead for BIÑAN.
Roca Curva. And foul there. Nagpalit ng kamay yung bola sa ere. Nakikang pumaul doon si Christian Daguro. As we've got a report from Andrea. Andrea, what do you have?
The Stallions knew coming into this game that it would be a tough challenge given their size disadvantage. However, they remained optimistic as acting head coach Artem Cantero encouraged his players to stay composed and bring energy to every possession. He urged them to play with pride and heart, treating this game as a valuable learning experience, especially for the rookies against a seasoned team like BIÑAN. Back to you guys.
Play with pride. That is important.
Well, if you're the Stallions at this stage, just forget about that first half. You completely lost this game in that first half. What you try to do now is try to at least win or be competitive in the second half. And one of the things that they have to do is they have to contain Roca Curva who now has 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist.
He is continuing the offensive onslaught that he had in the first quarter. As we take another look at that basket for Reggie Basibas, completes the three-point play.
So like how Reggie Basibas able to adjust fully to being thrust into the spotlight now. Already almost with a double-double with 12 and 9.
And a whistle is blown once again. Jason Ballesteros fouled underneath Anthony White.
Jason Ballesteros not really known as an offensive option. A member of the first iteration of the Gilas Pilipinas team under coach Raiko Toroman. He was there not for his offense, but his defense, the ability to control the rebounds, to control the boards, and of course, be that rim protector.
Kumbaga, Rudy Gobert type.
Oh, yeah. Although Rudy Gobert has a little more offense. And I think Ballesteros would...
Oh my gosh, I had to cut you off there.
Okay, I'll just forget what I said. That was just very impressive.
Nakatutok na lang si Poy Poy sa ring eh.
And right after he finishes, he acts like he has done it before. And he probably has.
And as we take another look at that aerial voyage by Poy Poy Aktub. Napakasimple ng basketball, ano?
Parang saranggola na matayog ang lipad.
Kaso, matayog ang lipad ng saranggola ni Poy Poy.
Yun.
Yun. Eto ulit, we have our daily fantasy and trivia game. Sinong sikat na basketballista ang naglaro dati para sa Mavs Phenomenal Basketball at ngayon naman para sa BIÑAN? Kung alam nyo ang sagot niyan, kung nakinig kayo sa mga sinasabi namin pangalan at nakatingin kayo ngayon sa screen, alam nyo na ang sagot. Of course, you just have to scan that the QR code that we have there on your screen. And kung makuha nyo ang sagot, you will win 500 daily fantasy points.
Pero kailangan nyo unahan si Albert.
Oo. Kasi mukhang
Nakakascan na.
nagmamadali na. Of course, that is brought to you by Daily Fantasy, ang fantasy sports ng Pilipinas. Pumili ng top basketball players at mag-build ng sariling dream team sa Daily Fantasy. Dahil dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Join now at playdailyfantasy.com. Here he goes once again. Oh, mukhang tinamaan si Poy Poy. Had to throw it up wild. Reset. Triple is up, and it's off. Bing gets the rebound. Yan naman, nagbalasa ng tao si Coach Boyet, pero nandiyan pa rin si Boy Boy. Boy for 3.
Well, I think you want to give opportunities for guys like Boy Boy Aktub who needs to have his confidence grow. I mean, he's a very confident player, most definitely. But, you know, here in the PSL, medyo, you try to cage him a little bit. If you allow him to go out of control, everyone's gonna be affected. So, yeah, they're just giving the opportunity here for Boy Boy Aktub to get his minutes on the floor, get some more reps, and even playing with the main squad.
As Christian Daguro gets a 3 there after that miss by Pamboy Raimundo. Ito ulit ang Binyan. Underneath, KG with the basket.
Well, usapang daily fantasy para sa Binyan. I mean, if you were to choose a player from Binyan that you would put into your fantasy lineup, who would that be?
Parang mahirap eh. Kasi medyo magkaparehas ang Binyan at ang Pangasinan. No, na balansyado yung production ng team. Wala silang isang pinupuntahan parati. Parang minsan pwedeng pumutok ang Carly Lastimosa. Minsan pwedeng pumutok ang isang Pamboy Raimundo. You also have Kenny Roca-Curva who's actually playing well in today's game. Wala silang isang player na yun at yun ang parating pinupuntahan nila.
Well, actually, you can almost say the same for teams like Caloocan. Na ganun din because whenever they face, let's say, middle tier to low tier teams here in the PSL, they have the tendency to spread the minutes around. So, on a fantasy standpoint, kasi usually in fantasy talagang bombahan ng stats. So, whenever you pick players who don't get that many minutes, medyo, it's not a good thing for your fantasy teams.
On paper, gusto mo sila.
Oh, yeah.
Pero in actuality, with the system that they have, so hindi sila yung kaaya-ayang i-pick sa daily fantasy. Raimundo over to Lastimosa. Nakawala. Layup is up and in.
I mean, who wouldn't want to have a Carlo Lastimosa on your team? A Pamboy Raimundo, a KG Caneleta. But again, when you talk fantasy teams, it's a way different story.
Exactly. So KG gets that rebound there. Gives it up to Peña Redondo. Carly Lastimosa, 2 for 2. No. Cutre gets the rebound. Basibas, nagmamadali. Basibas, the shot is up and in.
And I think Reggie Basibas is fast becoming a primary option for
siya
any
siguro.
fantasy team.
Yan. Pwede yan.
And right now, already 19 points and 11 rebounds.
Peña Redondo over to the corner. KG, atakihin ang depensa ng kanyang kamarki matchup. He will get the basket and the foul.
That is definitely an experience disadvantage for Basibas.
KG Canaleta with 7 points and 6 rebounds. And gets the bonus free throw. 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 37-point lead for Binyan. Pingris with the rebound. Up ahead to Carlo Lastimosa. Peña Redondo is free in the corner. But Carlo takes it himself. No good. Rebound battle. Makukuha ni Ping. Peña Redondo extra pass to Pamboy. And it will be a foul on Gonzaga. That will only be the 4th team foul for the Stallions.
So that was their last foul to give. As 18 seconds pretty much remaining with Binyan leading this quarter 27-21.
And Raimundo adding to that total with another 3. Gonzaga will take it himself. Yes! So at the end of 3 quarters, it is a 37-point lead for Binyan, 101-64. We'll be back.
PSL fans, it's time again for our daily fantasy in-game trivia questions. And ngayon, meron tayong mga batang Marikenyo na kasama. Unahin natin, boss, ano idol mo? Ano idol mo tuloy? Anong pangalan mo?
Ralph po, Ralph.
Okay, boss Ralph, sino naman tong poging kasama mo?
Si Lucky po.
Okay, boss Lucky, boss Ralph, ang tanong ko, sino ang mas pogi sa inyo? De, joke lang. Ito ang totoong tanong ko sa inyo. Mukhang obvious naman, sino ang sikat na basketballista na naglalaro dati sa Mavs Phenomenal, pero ngayon naman naglalaro ngayon para sa Team Binyan dito sa President's Cup?
Poy Poy Aktub po.
Ikaw, anong sagot mo?
Si Poy Poy.
Ginaya mo lang eh. De, joke. Pero sure ba kayo? Sure ba kayo sagot nyo?
Sure po, sure.
At dahil sure kayo, syempre tama, iyan. Gusto ko yung kumpiyansa nyo. At dahil dyan, syempre meron din kayong Daily Fantasy merch. Again, Daily Fantasy, dito, hawak mo ang laro. Maraming salamat, Boss Ralph, Boss Lucky, at ito po ang Pilipinas Super League.
Hawak ko ang laro.
And the fourth quarter has just started. It's a 37-point lead para dito sa Binyan. Beast Motorcycle Tires Game X up against top-tier Athletics Lipa Batangas Stallions. Pahabaan ng pangalan ng teams. As Gonzaga is blocked by Peña Redondo. He recovers the loose ball. Gives it up to Adiao. Bothered by Lastimosa. Adiao going in between the 2 threes.
Well, I don't think for Adiao, when he started his basketball career, never would he have imagined that he's going up against a double team between Canileta and Pingris and trying to get his shot off and actually got a foul out of it.
Nasa linya siya ngayon for 2 free throws. First one goes in. And Adiao, that is his 4th point dito sa ating ball game. 2 for 2. Pamboy Raimundo giving it up to Carlo Lastimosa. This is only the 3rd game of Carlo Lastimosa. Pamboy Raimundo with a 3. Gonzaga sasagot. Hindi maririnig. Pamboy. Skip pass to Lastimosa. Peña Redondo na libre sa 3. Off the back iron. Rebound going to Adiao. Gonzaga, he's got Peña Redondo in front of him. And that is the 2nd time that Peña Redondo has stuffed an attempt by Gonzaga. Lastimosa atakihin ang depensa. Hindi papasok. Tip in. Kanino mapupunta ang puntos na yun?
I think that will go to Peña Redondo. And what you like about Peña Redondo, a very young player, but he knows how to use the gifts that he has. He's quite athletic. He runs the floor well. So he just made another stop, and on the other end, he got a tip in on a putback.
What youth can do.
Youth?
Yeah, youth.
You're talking about youth?
Mark Pingris with a slam. Showing us that youth is not all it's hyped up to be. Reggie Basibas.
Well, I told you he could just about be, he is part of the Athletic 5 para dito sa Binyan Tatak Gel.
As Raimundo wanted to get it up top to Mark Pingris, but it goes out of bounds. Timeout is called on the floor. Let's take another look at that. Great look, great find from Pamboy Raimundo at hindi siya pinahiya ni Mark Pingris. We'll be back. As we're just about to restart, 7 minutes and 25 seconds to go dito sa ating fourth quarter. White has entered the ball game, gives it to Basco. Balikan ng bola sa dalawa. White bothered by 3 black shirts. Daguro for 3, yes sir.
And for Daguro, he has found some kind of rhythm here. Now with 16 points in the game.
Meanwhile, Mac Cardona bobbled the possession but got it right back. That hook does not go. Gets it right back. One more chance and it's a little too strong. Fingris is there to clean up things.
Well, if you're the Stallions, you're not going to be happy with that. You give Mac Cardona an offensive rebound off his own miss. To compound that, he misses again and then you give up a putback to Mark Fingris.
Nice find. Hindi nga lang naipasok ulit ni Ping. Oh, 360 layup from Mark Fingris plus the foul.
I don't know if you understand this, but he made something difficult look easy, but still looks difficult.
Oh,
I'm actually at a loss for words right now. I didn't expect him to dunk here in the fourth quarter and then finish that way.
at yun, tatawagan pa ng lane violation si Basco. So pwede niya pang makompleto yung kanyang 3-point play. Tinuturo pa ni Fingris kung saan siya dapat tumayo.
Tinuturuan niya pa yung veterano.
Oo eh. Ayun, he completes the 3-point play.
And feeling ko si Basco kanina, just to stress na veterano rin siya, hindi siya sumunod.
Eto si Basco for 3. Hindi niya maipasok yung tira. Ball goes out of bounds and will go back to BIÑAN.
Well, again, varying degrees. Pero I think pretty much all of the 3 games that we covered today, the games were won in the first quarter. Even the close game earlier between
Yung Jewelers at
Jewelers
saka
and
Aguilas.
Aguilas. It was a 33-20 advantage for the Jewelers, and yung Aguilas was just not able to overhaul that lead. Came as close as, I think, to 4 points. But eventually, it was really that cushion that the Jewelers built in the very first quarter, which gave them that victory. Same thing with the Wildcats versus the Reapers. Again, the Wildcats only had 5 players, and the Reapers just took advantage of that right at the opening tip. And dito naman sa ating game na to, it was the first quarter, especially the explosion by Roca Curva and Jonah Jacob that necessitated this, what should be a blowout win for BIÑAN, and this will allow them to improve to 4-2, right smack into that log jam in the middle of the PSL standings.
So it will be interesting as we head to the final few game days, no? Nitong ating elimination phase. How that top will shake up. Medyo clear right now na it is Caloocan up top and the surprising number 2 in Gensan Warriors. Yung pagkatapos nila, yung tier number 2, yung 3, 4, 5, 6, yun yung pagtatalunan.
Well, it actually remains to be seen. Kung totoo bang tier 2 yung mga kasunod nun, because they can easily be at the top of the standings. All it takes is really just a win or a loss by one of the top teams could really just shake up things.
Exactly.
And why is it very important? Of course, the teams that finish at 1 and 2 will automatically go into the semifinals for a best of 3, while teams 3 to 10 will face each other in the quarterfinals. And if number 3 and number 4 move on to the next round, they will be equipped with a twice-to-beat advantage. So that's why it's very important to finish within the top 4 because of course, top 2 will benefit. You go and move on
As we see Mark Pingris counting out both JJ Pido and itong si John Gonzaga. Parang wrestling no? Ganun yun sa wrestling Pag yung dalawa, yung natumba, yung referee, ika-count sila. Parang pag nasa labas pala pareho.
Well, again, basketball, it's not about just sports. Not just about sports, but there's also the entertainment side of things. And you don't need the social media influencers to make the game entertaining because these players, they know how to play basketball. Most of them actually made a life out of it. So they can make the game entertaining just by playing the game.
As we have again, they're finding itong si Mark Pingris underneath.
Well, I think he's trying to make a late case of being the best player of the game. He already has 14 rebounds, actually.
And those 14 rebounds go with his 8 points. We'll talk a little bit more about Mark Pingris and the BIÑAN squad after this break. And the score is 120-71, 49-point lead para dito sa BIÑAN Tatak Gel. Beast Motorcycle Tires Game X. Gonzaga hitting on the three.
I like how the other players of the Stallions taking the opportunity with the limelight. The limelight not on particular players. They're getting the opportunities here, and they've been able to contribute. As I believe that's another 3 for Gonzaga.
Back-to-back for him.
So that's 12 points for him now. And then you've got Daguro with 16, Basibas with a double-double, 21 and 11.
And Gimpayan will be called for steps. Medyo nawala siya sa kanyang footing dun when he spun.
And if I'm not mistaken, the defender also pulling the chair on him. So nung walang bump, that spin move just went out of control.
Here's Gonzaga once again. Will he make it a hat trick? Gets it to Basibas, who goes for the elbow jumper. That's it.
Again, nothing flashy about the game of Reggie Basibas, but he's a very efficient scorer.
May mga ganyan tayong players din dito Reggie Boy Basibas, you've got your Jacob Galicias. Nothing flashy, just as we take a look at some members of our crowd still here to enjoy this ball game. And yun, nag-try siya maging flashy. Pumasok yung kanyang tira.
Probably should just stick to the fundamentals. 10 out of 15 from the floor is Reggie Basibas. I don't think he needs to apologize.
True.
He's been putting in the effort. Initially, he struggled a little bit because the defense was focusing in on him.
And almost got the rebound there. And here comes Poy Poy for a slam!
I think I just saw a man fly.
And that is Poy Poy Aktub's 13th point. Easily his best game. Let's take another look at this artistry. The windmill from one Poy Poy Aktub.
Just really effortless the way he gets up in the air. I mean, you've seen players who can get up, but not everybody looks like a kite doing
Exactly.
it.
He sails eh. Hindi kasi
Yeah.
basta-bastang like 2-3 steps away from the basket.
I mean, people sometimes say that hang time is a myth. Tell that to me after you've seen Poy Poy Aktub fly.
As a foul is called there. And bonus free throw para dito kay Cecilio. Completes the three-point play. And JJ Pido. Still, less than 2 minutes to go, 90 seconds to go dito sa ating laro. Pero andun pa rin, sistema pa rin ang pinapatakbo nitong Binyan. Cecilio tried to do a sort of Pinoy step. Pero wise to that move is Ryan Sual.
Well, knowing Coach Boyet, back in the day, he would be very stringent that his teams follow that system to a T. Even, be it the first quarter, the fourth quarter, you just have to follow that system. But you also see the maturity. I mean, he may be a veteran coach, but you can see that he is adjusting to times, allowing players to freelance a little bit, especially on the offensive end.
That shot by Cardona a little too strong. Here's Cecilio. And of course, if you got players like Poy Poy Aktub, Mac Cardona, even a Ryan Sual, you have to give them a bit of freedom to be able to create the shots. As Poy Poy, he's got Coutre in front of him. Oh my gosh! He was looking at the rim straight.
It's like watching someone go on an elevator. See that? He continues to go up when his opponent is starting to go down. I mean, sometimes I feel like it also is part of the leaping ability, his ability to catapult off a defender. I don't know if you understand, but try to look for probably Tom Chambers.
Yon.
I forgot who he dunked on.
Even, I think Dr. J had Julius Irving had a similar kind of dunk, no? Na dahil sa bangga, tas kinaya pa rin umangat after.
Yeah. Sinusubukan ko yan dati, pero lagi lang bumabagsak.
Here's Poy Poy. Oh, the layup is off, but Cardona is there to clean it up.
Even the misses look beautiful when it's Poy Poy Aktub.
And JJP, though, giving up one more foul with 9.2 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
Well, again, you gotta give Poy Poy Aktub his props. On a game which was supposed to highlight social media personalities, he took this game eventually when those two got thrown out and just made it his show. He's gonna finish with 15 points and impressively also has 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And more importantly, he gave a show to the fans who stayed behind and finished this game.
As we take another look at the play of the game, this was that windmill slam from Poy Poy Aktub. His best game of PSL President's Cup 2025. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 out of 10 shooting. And right now, he is being mobbed by the crowd. Yun, meron pa rin tayong isang napakalaking personality dito. And that is none other than Poy Poy Aktub. They win this ball game 133-86. Let's just see if magkakaroon ng puwang si Andrea para kumain siya.
Although I think the problem is Poy Poy Aktub was already escorted out of the playing court.
Poy Poy Aktub finishing with 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 out of 10. At tama ka nga, in-escort na nga siya out of the playing court. So, congratulations to Poy Poy and the Binyan Beast Motorcycle Tires, Game X for winning 133 to 86. They will now go up to 4 and 2. Stallions naman 1 and 6. Games on Friday dito pa rin sa Marikina Sports Center. We've got the Diamond Jewelers going up against the Caloocan Supremos, San Juan Kings going up against these same top-tier athletic Stallions, and the Pangasinan Abono Reapers going against the Pablo Valiant Kings. On behalf of my partner Noy Africa and our courtside reporter Andrea Veloso, this has been Joel Parcon. We hope to see you in the future games. This is the PSL President's Cup 2025. Ayo-ayo mong tanan mga bay!